The investigation continues into a deadly fire near Warden and Finch.
Yeah, the pictures coming out of this are pretty wild. Courtney Heels is live on the scene with more on this. Courtney, it must have been quite a moment last night, or quite several hours for people in that building as that fire really raged.
Yeah, and in speaking with residents this morning, guys, a lot of them seem like they're in shock. They just can't believe something like this happened in their building. Also, of course, very, very upset learning that somebody has died as a result of this fire and another person was hurt. This morning, we also know the fire marshal's office will be here eventually. They're going to be part of the investigation to try and figure out what sparked this fire. We're just outside of the building. It's along Bridletowne. You can see Toronto's Forensics Identification Services, Toronto Police, that is. They're still here. The fire department also really on scene, on standby. This is going to be a fire marshal investigation. Crews were called here at about 8:30 last night over reports of this very aggressive fire. It was on the 9th floor. When crews arrived, they saw the flames shooting out of the unit. Again, sadly, they tell us one person did not survive. Another person suffered minor injuries. Here's the latest from fire crews on this scene.
There's no preliminary information to suggest that there is any foul play involved. I can advise that our crews were able to contain the fire to the 9th floor. There appears to be some water damage to adjoining units.
We're sharing with you now some viewer video, and it really gives you a sense of just how aggressive this fire was. And that's also what we heard from fire crews and people who live here. I mean, many of the people who live here heard the fire alarm, could smell the smoke, and then saw the flames, really getting a sense of just how serious this situation was. So crews were able to put out that fire. You heard there's also some water damage as a result of the crews who got in there to try and put out the flames. We're in touch with fire crews to see if there's any sort of update on the other individuals affected, people who were forced from their homes overnight. We'll let you know what that update is once we receive it. But the latest, this fire is still under investigation. It's not clear why the fire broke out in the first place, but very, very sad news. The word that one person has died, and again, another person sent to hospital with what are described as minor injuries. Over to you.
Okay. CP24's Courtney Heels reporting live from Scarborough this morning. Thank you.